Looper facts.
Yo, Rosenberg, what's on your list, famo?
You know, I don't have anything specifically, so I just want to give a special shout out to my old friend Joe Budden.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Joe Budden decided to go on his podcast and tell a story. To tell a story to his sad, emo friends.
Wait, who are his sad emo
Well,
friends?
Joe has a lot of listeners. He's very popular. So some of them are just normal hip-hop heads who love his podcast. But, you know, he has his specific hardcore people, the ones who go chasing people on Twitter and Instagram. The sad emo
Well, he's
ones.
got like a button hive or
The
something?
button hive, yeah. Their emojis would be like a cigarette and Timberlands and a syringe.
A syringe, whoa.
I don't know. They're just depressive. But anyways, Joe has a specific kind of crowd. And Joe decided to go tell a story. And in his story, he talked about how me, someone he's known for 15 years, he heard me when I first learned of the death of XXX announce it on the Michael K show because I was doing my segment and I was so taken aback by it that I announced it. And when I announced it, I referred to him as a very troubled person. At some point, I said he's no angel. And I guess I could understand how if I heard someone only describe someone as that and had no context for who that person was or the place in which they were doing it, I could judge that person and be like, wow, that's kind of a cold way to talk about someone, even if that person was very troubled.
They just died.
They just died, right? I think I can understand how someone would say that. When I went back and listened to it, I was like, oh, that wasn't like the warmest death announcement. But as we all know, I've been very upfront for a very long time about my mixed feelings on X. That didn't change, sadly, when he passed away. So Joe told the story, though, as if I was someone he didn't know. As if I was a stranger. As if I was someone he couldn't have just texted and been like, hey, bro, you kind of said that kind of cold. Instead, he decided to use it as content on his podcast, as he does with everything, which is why his friends in the business drop like flies, because they don't like being fodder for your podcast and having your emo friends chase you down all over social media so they can say what you said about me, which is that I'm a culture vulture of some sort.
How dare you?
How dare you, sir?
You don't contribute to hip hop.
I know.
You haven't made any contribution.
Isn't it amazing that people who helped create Joe's podcast, which has done so well for him, and he never did anything to help them, yet he gets to call other people a culture vulture? It's amazing. Seems like the people who love the word culture vulture are people who have not paid people themselves. Something I've never done. But anyways, so he decided to try to paint a picture of me.
Yeah, but it's easy because you're white.
I get it.
It's the plight of the white man.
So, Joe, real quick, if you think because you tell one story about me to be cute with your little podcast fans that I'm going to back down or get scared because I'm getting L's and X's in my emojis, I meant what I said. It's a sad story. We said it eloquently. He could have watched our video that was 20 minutes long. We spoke in detail about it, but instead you tried to play me to your audience to get a little pop for your podcast. And in doing so, you ensured I will never F with you again, my G. Never. You are finished to me, bro. Because in a moment when people are actually upset about something and you decided to distort something I said, that's not something friends do.
Yeah.
You're finished, bro.
Yeah.
Finish.
Yeah.
Just like your career with one song 15 years ago. Just because I made it further in my hip-hop career than you did in yours doesn't mean you have to be tight, podcaster. Go get one check.
Did you call him a podcaster?
He's a pro podcaster, and guess what? I started your podcast.
Yo, wait. Before you...
Wait for it.
Wow.
And lastly...
Congratulations, you played yourself.
All that big Willie talk, hop you up, playing yourself, yo, playing yourself, yo, playing yourself.
So, this is irreparable damage.
Oh, yeah, that's the line. I'm not saying I'm going to spend time wishing ill will on him, but I'm just done.
Right, you feel like he crossed the line.
Well, it's not even like he did one thing that was so particularly bad, but this is the third time that this happened in my life. Third time. If I've been nice to you repeatedly, even when you were already being a jerk, because we all know this isn't the first time he's been a jerk to me.
True.
If I've been nice to you many, many times while you're being a jerk, at a certain point, if you keep being nice, now you're just being a weak, vulnerable person. And you're setting yourself up. And then you got to just draw a line and go, all right, well, guess what? We're not friends.
Let me go at it from another side. since we all know Joe. And I spoke to Joe as recently like a week ago about what's going on with him and how things are happening for, his new ventures. And we talk dad talk, too. How's the baby? How's it working out?
It's amazing. I was looking at pictures of his family yesterday, and Laura and I were sitting together being like, his baby's so cute. It's so great, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Hours
But
before
with
he
the
crashed me.
Right, but with the XXX story, right? Remember, Joe has had his public issues with drugs.
Okay.
That's been public, right?
Yeah.
Joe's also had, been jumped. Remember, didn't he get jumped or stepped to by
Wu-Tang?
Wu-Tang before that happened? That was on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And then accusations of hitting women happened too. So maybe in XXX's story, he's sensitive to it because he also has had issues in the public before that he denies and that people fried him for. So maybe he's hypersensitive to it. And so hearing you say what you said, maybe he took it like that's how you feel about him too.
Well, that would be interesting, though, and ironic, because the last time Joe had accusations, we handled it by saying, we're not so sure, let's wait and get all the facts. Other people went on their radio shows and completely fried him. He's best buds with those people. He treats me like human garbage.
Well, I think that's a flaw possibly of his, that he treats people who take care of him and are nice to him like garbage.
Like garbage. And he's done that repeatedly now, not just me, with other people,
Right.
too.
That might just be who he is as a person, though.
But I'm 38. I'm done.
No, I'm not saying y'all need to be cool. I'm just giving you another perspective
but you're
on
not
why
wrong.
he might be.
Your perspective's right. Your perspective's 100% right. That could be part of it. He does have a tendency to treat people that have been good to him that way. But my point is, at a certain point in your life, when you're doing well and you're doing good things, you have to weed those people out. There's no upside anymore. Like, yeah, I find Joe to be a very compelling, smart, interesting guy. That's why I've been friendly with him. Literally, he's the first rap person I basically ever knew. But at a time in which people are very sensitive and in which I've spoken in nuance and detail on this issue and stayed strong and made sense on this, he decided to pick one little thing. I'm the bad media guy. You're the guy who picked one little thing and put your audience on to me to have them attack me. That's a bad thing to do. I can't play games with you anymore, bro.
Wow.
Wow.
It's okay to let it go.
It is.
Let it go.
He was the worst member of Slaughterhouse anyway.
Ebro in the morning with Laura Stiles and Rosenberg.
On Hot 97.
My life.
Hey, yo,
right,
listen.
we're gonna
Hey,
stop.
no, here's
Sorry.
the deal. Here's how this works. Just so everybody's like, yo, y'all going hard. People use their tools to fight the battles that they have to fight. Rosenberg feels like Joe uses podcasts. Rosenberg's using his moment. I've seen this a million times.
It's not. Listen, I'm being very honest about the fact that it hurt my feelings. So am I going to make jokes about you afterwards? Yeah. It was totally unnecessary. So I've been cool to you long enough. So listen, good luck. I'm never going to say anything ill or personal about him. I wouldn't do that. But I'm just done playing the game with you. So hopefully it all works out.
George gets curved by Alicia.